Okay, let's go.
Hello there, ChickChatters. We're back with another story of the week. And as I said last week, I had my wisdom teeth out. And this week, I am allergic to the antibiotic that they gave me. So that's why I look like a starving artist. I am a starving artist, but I don't normally wear the turtleneck. It's the only turtleneck I own. And you might see me like scratching and stuff. I just want to save yourself from looking at me because the rash is really bad. It's all over my body from my neck. I have makeup on right here and it goes all the way to my toes. So it's bad. I was in the hospital yesterday morning trying to fix all that, but I'm okay. It's just I'm allergic to antibiotics. I'm allergic to penicillin, but now I'm also allergic to other antibiotics, probably all of them. At this point, I don't know. So it's just my normal. This is just what happens to me. So I'm kind of used to it by now.
We hope you get better, Miss Ann.
Yes. So I look a little strange right now wearing a turtleneck in Texas at this point, but this is where we're at. So just giving y'all a heads up. I don't have leprosy. And I'm hoping it goes away very soon.
Yes, we all hope that for you.
So I do have Am I the Asshole type of post. It is from like 94 days ago. And it's titled, Am I the Asshole for using the men's bathroom while girls were using them? I'm a male. Let's begin. It says, I went to a concert last week. It was mostly attended by women, but I agreed to go at my girlfriend's insistence. I had to go for a leak halfway through the concert. There was a line of women entering the men's toilets as the women's toilets were crowded. I waited in line and eventually got in. I was the only male in the toilets. I headed towards the urinals, zipped down my fly, and took a leak. As I got out and met my girlfriend, a random lady came up to me and went off on how I'm a pervert and a sex pest for exposing myself to women. She said that I should have waited for a cubicle to open and that it's a shame what I did wasn't technically illegal. I did not pull down my pants and underwear while taking a leak. I just opened my fly, which was pointed away from everyone's view. There was no one in my periphery. My girlfriend asked me if I was bursting at the time. I told her I could have waited a minute or so for a cubicle to free up. She then said that while she'd never break up with me over such mundane things, this has caused her to change the way she looks at me in terms of how considerate and thoughtful I am, and that I should have waited for a cubicle to free up. Didn't ask the question, am I the asshole, but is he the asshole?
No. I don't think so. I mean, sometimes I change my mind after a while, but right now my instincts say no. Because if I'm understanding this right, we're talking about the men's bathroom. I think I've been to concerts that are mostly women. I've been to a Taylor Swift concert. You and I went to Beyonce together. Those are mostly women. I think I have stood in line in a men's bathroom before for a concert like that. I would not be appalled if a man was going to the bathroom. I would have a side eye if there's a man using the urinal when it's clear the women have taken over.
Mm-hmm.
But I would not call him an asshole or call him out or yell at him, especially most men, you know, they don't pull their pants. They open up their fly and they unzip their fly. It's a pretty discreet process. And the thing is I don't know because I'm not a man, but I believe that that's the culture in a men's bathroom. He's just thinking about what he's always done in a men's bathroom. If the urinal's right there, you know, it's discreet. That's why guys do it that way too, because we don't all want to show our privates to each other, but this is the way it's done in a men's bathroom. I don't think he was being an asshole. He probably could have been a little more patient, I guess, and considerate, but I also am side-eyeing his girlfriend or his whatever for saying she's completely changed her vision of this guy, because I think he was just performing like a human thing, you know. I don't know. I don't think this was a big deal that he did that. I do think if I were in the room, I would be like, oh wow, he chose to use the urinal, you know, interesting. But I would not be appalled. I'm in the men's bathroom, you know. Like,
exactly.
I might see that in there.
Is the men's bathroom. Where else is he supposed to go? I know he could have waited for a cubicle, but like you said, men just, they go and they go. I mean, they'll pee outside. They pee everywhere. So
Oh my gosh, we live in the city, and my fiance's dad just visited us the other day, and he just started peeing behind our garage. I'm like, "Sir, we live in an urban area. There's neighbors."
Well, y'all are in Detroit. I drove through Detroit and seen people taking a full dump in the middle of the
True.
road.
So true, yeah.
And that's not an exaggeration. That's exactly what I saw.
So true, yeah. No, it's a city, yeah.
Especially downtown. Some places in downtown Detroit, people are
Well, it's
I
like that in a lot of our I mean, New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Paris, when I lived there, it was so
Mhm.
stinky. Not when I lived there, when I visited there.
You're like, "Whoa, bitch, when you live there?
I wish I lived there. No, I was there
You're
for,
such
like,
an
6
accomplished
days.
lady
I
now,
lived there for 6 days, and I was living there for 6 days.
living abroad
Yeah.
with."
I'm gonna call it that now too. I also lived in
Mhm.
Ireland for 7 days.
I don't think this guy is the asshole. I think it's unfortunate if this woman saw his thing, but I mean, like you said, you're gonna have that when you walk into a men's bathroom. You got to be prepared to maybe see that because it is their bathroom. I mean, if you truly didn't want to see that, wait in the long ass women's line. It's never ending, anyways. Sure, I've peed in the men's bathroom at concerts too. In fact, I think I remember being in the bathroom and being so drunk and not realizing, like, I'm like, why are there guys in here? And then I was told I'm in the men's bathroom. I don't know who he might have been seeing Taylor Swift. It sounded like he didn't even really want to go to this thing. He went to it. And that shows being considerate and
Mhm,
thoughtful because he did not have to go to this concert he did not really want to go to. He just
mhm.
made a little hiccup, and that, like you said, I kinda side-eye, like, her being like, "Oh, this changes how I feel about you." I probably would've laughed at it. I would've been like, "Well, that lady got a show."
Yeah, I would've been like, "Not your best work there," but I mean, whatever. It's not it's
It's
not
not the
his
end of the
whole
world.
personality. And to be honest, I think the woman who was complaining is the true asshole here because she influenced the way this guy's girl feels about him now for no
Mhm.
reason at all. And I'm sorry, but even if you're at an all-girls concert, that's not a real thing. So if you are waiting in line at the men's bathroom, you are inherently taking a risk that you might see a man acting like a man in the men's bathroom. I don't think that what this man meant to do when I say careless, I don't mean careless as in not caring about other people. I just mean he walked in there to use the bathroom. It's the men's bathroom. You use a urinal, you walk out. You wash your hands,
Yeah,
hopefully.
and, well, he's the only one using the urinal, and all the girls are going in the stalls.
Yeah,
He
how
that's honestly
convenient.
more it's honestly a little bit more considerate because he's the
It
only one
could be.
who
It really depends how you look at it. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I would've said if I was him. Well, I coulda used the stalls, but all these women are in line for the stalls, and the
Yeah,
urinal's
and
right there.
I know some of you women have a hard time holding your bladders.
If I saw a woman on the urinal, I'd be a little bit,
Yeah,
"She's the asshole." Like,
yeah, I
so
swear.
and this lady called him a sex pest? I've never heard those words before.
I
This lady had to have been in her 40s or 50s or something. I've never heard of such a thing. It sounds
forgot
like
all
a
about that.
Karen. She sounds like somebody who's gotta talk to the manager when something's wrong. I don't know. If she's the only lady that said something, I'm sure anybody else would just kinda laughed and, like, walked by or whatever. If I was to walk in the men's bathroom and know that I'm going for a cubicle, and I saw a guy peeing in the urinal, I'm just not looking, and I'm just gonna go right into my stall. I'm not gonna say nothing. He's doing exactly what he was trained to do.
Like, you're the one in the wrong here. I understand that everybody's doing this, so it's kind of socially okay for the moment. But you are the woman in the men's bathroom judging a man for acting like a man in the men's bathroom. I just
Mhm.
no, no. He was just doing what he knows how to do.
It's the men's bathroom, and if you have an issue with maybe seeing that, then you need to stand in
You
line for
need
the
to wait
women's
in line for
bathroom.
the women's bathroom. Again, I've been to concerts like this, and the women's line is always much longer, even if there's women going into the men's bathroom. So you took that little shortcut, and you took that little risk with the little shortcut that there might be a man in there. And I'm sorry, but if he just unzipped his fly and was turned towards the wall as, urinals aren't in the middle of the room, then I don't know how you were really exposed to anything unless you were trying to look.
Yeah.
So give the man his privacy as he would want your own privacy. Just stop that. It's so
Yeah.
weird.
Just don't look. And even if you saw something, it can't be any worse than your chair right now. I don't know if it's the story, but your little chair posts look like little penises. Like, I don't know if the story brought it out for me. It can't be any worse than that.
I'm never gonna unsee this now, and this is like a family table for my fiance. So
Peeking over your
but you know
shoulder.
what? This is coming from the woman who calls these things. I hope I don't unplug anything.
Oh yeah,
but
I love
these things. What do you call them, man?
They're ceiling titties.
Yeah.
I just want to know, do you got a ceiling titty too? A ceiling titty
Oh yeah.
too?
And she really likes this one because she says it's like decorated. Can y'all see
Yeah,
that?
it's a ceiling titty with wings. It's ready to go. When I go into a new house, I have to see where the ceiling titties are because everyone has them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I would have walked in that bathroom, I obviously wouldn't have had any issue.
No. Everything's private parts that aren't even private parts. So
yeah, the furniture speaks to me. I don't think this guy is the asshole, but let's check out the comments.
yeah, what are the people saying?
So the top comment so far with 6,000 upvotes says, not the asshole. Women have always used the men's bathroom at music festivals, the ones I went to anyways, and the women would use the cubicles and the men would use the urinals. It was never an issue, and that random woman should either shut the F up or go into the women's.
It's about what we said.
Let's see if OP actually responded to anything. OP has not responded to any comments on this. So I'm just going to keep scrolling for other comments. Here's one for you. Since living in France, since living in France, I've found many bathrooms that have urinals and stalls. Urinals are for men, stalls are for women. There's no other bathroom. It took a bit of getting used to walking by men peeing, but I got over it. OP, not the asshole.
That could have been my neighbor.
For your 6-day stay.
Living in France. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what you just said.
Basically, in France, they're saying that a lot of bathrooms are set up like there are not women's and men's. There's just stalls for women and urinals for men. So they just get used to kind of ignoring that kind of thing.
When I lived there for 6 days, I do think I remember it being set up like that a lot.
Someone else said, woman here, the unwritten and widely understood understood. And the widely understood rule is if you use the men's, men may be peeing in urinals. No excuse for them to be getting upset about it. Q for the women's if it bothers them. Calling you a perv for using the facilities is bang out of order. Quite honestly, F your girlfriend's opinion and little speech about how she sees you. Red flag, my dude. I'd consider how you feel about her following that interaction, not the asshole. Yeah,
That's
if she's so easily swayed by just this random woman, I don't know how I think about you. It's like, girl, he had to pee.
I know. That's how you should think about him, as a practical man.
He went to this concert for you. He probably would have rather sat home and played his video game and peed in his own bathroom and bought himself a pizza, and you went to the show with your friend. But he's like, you know what? I don't probably mess with Taylor Swift, but I'm gonna go with her because I love her and she wants to go. I want to have a good time with her. I want her to show her a good time, whatever. I feel like he is very considerate for even going.
Yeah, considerate for going, considerate for keeping a stall open for one of the women behind him by using the thing, considerate for not pulling his pants all the way down, because although I hear it's culture not to do that, I also hear some people still do that for some reason. So I think he's an all-around good guy.
And it's not like people pee like this, or like he probably had his hands around it. And if anything, you can see
in the middle of the room, he ain't like naked.
Yeah, I'm sure he went off to one towards the end. If you saw anything, it might have been just the tip. Like, it's not
part of going to the bathroom. It means your private parts are going to be exposed for some period of time. And again, if you're going into the men's bathroom, you're taking the risk of seeing men's parts. They pee in the open, and again, it's not even in the open in the middle of the room. It's just up against the wall. Like, it's like, leave him alone. Just don't look at him.
And from what I've gathered from Lean and other people is the urinals, even when just men are in there, they keep their distance from each other.
Yeah.
So I
wonder how that works during a concert when there's a line, if they keep that that rule going. But I do know in general, like, they try to stay away from each other because
They don't make
that's
eye
the thing.
contact, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a private thing to go to the bathroom. A public bathroom is an uncomfortable place for all humans. We like to get in, get out, be
Mhm.
efficient about it. Let's not shame people for doing what they're doing in the bathroom when you're in the wrong goddamn bathroom. And I'm not a right or wrong bathroom kind of person, but
Someone else said, "Not the asshole. You can't use the men's bathroom and not expect men to use the men's bathroom. This is especially true at a function where there are very few men. It is
yeah.
insane for someone to think otherwise."
I'm really happy to hear this is the overwhelming response because sometimes you lose a little bit of faith in humanity and people just are off their rockers sometimes with entitlement and anger and rage and all kinds of stuff. So I'm really happy to hear that people are on the right side of
Mhm.
history with this.
Not the asshole. Your girlfriend and that woman are the assholes. The urinals are there for men to pee in, and that's what you did. You did nothing wrong. If women don't like it, then they shouldn't have used the men's bathroom. If anyone is being inconsiderate here, it's the women using the wrong bathroom. I'd rethink your relationship if just going for a pee in the men's bathroom makes her think differently of you. She and that woman are effing ridiculous.
I agree.
Agree,
Yeah.
100%. You know what risk you're taking when you go in that men's bathroom. And honestly, women aren't supposed to be in the men's bathroom. So technically, even though the
You're
line is long for the women's bathroom, oh well.
Yeah, you're
Like,
that's the one you're I don't know. Yeah, again, if you're going in there, you might see a peen. You're probably not going to see a full peen if you just give people the privacy that you would give. It's not like you're okay, so when you're in the stalls, you know, the little cracks, right? We
mhm,
all avoid the cracks. You don't look in the cracks, you don't look through the cracks. You just do your
mhm.
thing. It's like,
Only thing you might look at is just to see if there's a
is
foot
there a
underneath.
leg? Yeah.
Yeah, because then you don't walk in there. But
Yeah.
other than that, you don't look at the stalls. You just like go
Yeah.
in, do your thing, come out. It's already weird in a way to all
That's
be
what I
peeing in
mean.
the same
The
place.
public restroom is uncomfortable for everybody. Just give everyone their privacy unless they're in there dying, then help them. Otherwise, be quiet, do your business, wash your hands, and leave. It's not a hangout space.
And like I said, he was just freeing up a stall for another woman to use.
Yeah.
That's
And
being considerate.
when you're going in as a woman, I know we're like beating this to a pulp, but when you're going in as a woman to the men's bathroom, you're kind of agreeing to turn that into a co-ed space. So co-ed things are gonna happen. I don't know. There's no other way around it. I really like the point the other commenters are making. Not that I want to trash this guy's girlfriend a super bit much, but your opinion shouldn't just be swayed from some random angry
Mhm.
lady who went into the wrong bathroom and has wrong opinions. And now
Yeah,
you're swayed by her wrong opinion. And not only do you just agree with her, which is wrong according to the consensus, now you're like, oh, you're not the man I thought you were. Are you kidding me?
yeah. There's some points in life where you probably should just stand up for your man in this situation. I'd be like, listen, lady, you didn't have to go in there. That's what I would
Yeah.
have said. I'd been like, leave this man alone. He was considerate enough to let you use a stall and not the urinal. You didn't have to wait
Mhm.
an extra 5 minutes because he was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna pee here because this is where I
Yeah.
normally pee. Men pee on buildings, men pee on trees, men pee everywhere. Like
So
the
much
urinal is the least of your concerns. You could have seen this man peeing outside because
Mhm.
all the line, he at least waited in line for the men's
Mhm.
bathroom where he's supposed to be. I mean, what else do you want? It's not like he walked in the women's bathroom and peed on the wall. That would be
Yep.
a totally different story. Then he is the asshole.
Totally true. There's so many other things. One of my fiance's favorite things to say based on past experience of his. Well, I
Mhm.
guess I'll just tell the whole story. So I guess when he was on spring break in high school, he went somewhere and he somehow got his shirt stuck in what is it called? Not a pine tree. Palm tree. He got his shirt stuck in a palm tree. I don't know how it happened. I haven't really asked, but he went to the front desk of the hotel and he asked the woman for some kind of device to get his shirt out of the palm tree. And she was all up in arms about, rah, rah, how in the world did this happen? And if this happens again, you're going to be in so much trouble, blah, blah. And he looked at her, I guess, and said, if this is the worst thing that happens in your hotel, well, I'm here on spring break. You should consider yourself lucky. And often he now says things to that effect. And I feel like this is one of those things where if this happened to Tyler, he would look at that woman and say, if this is the worst thing that's going to happen while I'm in the bathroom with you when you're in the wrong place, you should consider yourself lucky. You're the one taking all the risk. He is doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing and nothing else.
Exactly. One last comment that I'll read says, not the asshole. Women who chose to poach the men's bathroom have no right to be upset at a man using their urinals discreetly. If they don't like it, they can get in line for their own bathroom. Men should be able to use their designated bathroom without women perving on them or accosting them for any reason. Your girlfriend and that woman are out of line. Courtesy is not owed to people who are invading men's private spaces.
Agreed.
That's true.
That lady is
His
the,
face.
what did she call him?
The sex pest.
She's a sex pest. She's in the men's bathroom. She's looking at people's private parts. She's talking to people about the private parts. She's a sex pest. Case closed.
Yeah, I am not seeing a single comment so far that says the asshole or anything. There's this one that says, dude, run from your girlfriend. You should not be able to look at her the same way after she tried to turn you into a pervert for this. That is just insane, not the asshole.
I wouldn't be mad at him for having a problem with that.
He probably drove her to the concert, probably bought her a meal, probably bought her some drinks. He's probably going to buy her some merch. And he's sitting through it. And you know this man wants to be at home playing video games or talking to his boys, and who knows. But
if this is a girls, mostly women's concert, I think you're exactly right. I know if I had Tyler and dragged him to a women's concert, I would be like, this is my night, so I'm going to get drunk and do all the fun things, and you're just going to hold my bags.
Yep. And I'm not going to complain about a dang thing.
All of that. And that's what that man did. And he had to use the bathroom. And now he's in a whole thing. And guess what? You're still going to ask him to hold your bags and drive you home and get you Taco Bell and all the things.
If I want to take Dean to an all-female concert, he most likely would be like, can you please bring a friend? I don't want to do this. He wouldn't want to sit through Beyonce or Taylor Swift or anything like that.
And I know there's people like you who they've moved away and don't have people that they maybe want to go to a concert with other than probably their husband. But I was kind of thinking the same thing too. Again, I don't want to be too mean about this girlfriend, but it's like, you don't have anyone else to go to that concert with. It probably shows who you are just in that sense right there.
Right. If I was in Michigan, I could bring literally almost anybody.
You could bring 17 people to a concert. And honestly, if it was planned enough in advance, you probably could still bring a friend to a concert in Texas. I actually considered coming down for Blink-182 for a little bit, but it's just too damn close to the wedding.
Yeah, me and Dean are gonna go see Blink-182 next month. It's his first concert besides like Hollywood Undead like 10 years ago. And there could be instances where people are using both bathrooms, because even in concerts where it's not all female, all male, whatever, like you see people going in both bathrooms. Especially
people
women.
are just trying to, again, it's like, we're not there to go to the bathroom or hang out there. We're there to see a concert. People are just trying to be efficient. They're trying to go to the closest bathroom possible.
Well, some people are trying to do so in the bathroom and shit, but that's a different
story. So, it doesn't matter what bathroom you're in at that point either.
Yeah.
all of them got a little corner.
Well, I think the overwhelming consensus on both here and in there is not the asshole.
Yeah, thankfully. I'm really, really happy to hear that everybody has a brain here today.
I kind of wish I had an update from him if the girlfriend really was mad or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is an older post, so I can't really comment on it because for some reason Reddit doesn't want you to comment on posts that are longer than 5 days old. If I comment on it, try to share the video, sometimes it'll block me and I'm like, meh. So
it's probably too much to manage all the Reddit posts in the world. If you could still comment on all of them, I'm sure that would be, I don't know anything about the internet, but
yeah,
probably a lot of data.
And it might just be certain forums and stuff. It might be certain subreddits and stuff that might not allow that. Maybe others do and some don't. But I'll try. But I think he already has his answer anyways. Like, he's totally not in the wrong here. It's so weird that he even felt the need to post this, because I'm sure in his mind he's like, I don't feel like I did anything wrong, but
that's why I'm perplexed why he hasn't responded too, because it's like, how do you just drop this here and then neglect it forever? It's not even like you did anything horrible. He must feel so shameful from his girlfriend.
I think if I was her, I would have stood up for him a little bit and been like, listen, lady, get out of here. You could have waited in the women's line. Yeah. There are urinals here. They might get used.
Yeah. Again, or just walk away from that situation. But the fact that she's influenced in her opinion about her whole boyfriend by this.
Imagine this lady seeing a drag queen lift her whole leg up on that
Oh,
urinal.
girl.
What would she have said then? And I'm sure that drag queen would have felt through hands with her.
Things would get spicy.
I feel like we've gone pretty deep into this urinal
I'll leave
story.
that there for you guys.
Mental image.
And if you guys have anything else to add to that, don't forget to leave a comment. We really do like when you guys leave comments about the stories and what your thoughts are, because this one, I think everybody feels the same way. But definitely, if you feel differently, I need to know why.
If you have a different opinion or more added to our opinion that we didn't think about, definitely share that, because it's fun to read it even if you don't agree with us, to be honest. I like hearing other people's sides. It doesn't bother me. Y'all can come for me about anything.
Well,
Including
don't
my
come for
turtleneck.
us. Don't come for us. Be nice. But yes, please tell us your opinions. We all have different ones. But we have had a splendid time with you all. Please do not forget to say your prayers for Miss Anne and her drinking abilities, but also her rat.
Yeah, kind of spilled a little bit.
Subscribe to this mess.
Subscribe, share, like, comment.
Yep. We'll catch you on the next one.
Please subscribe. Goodbye.